Hi everybody, I'm Anisha and I go to Wellesley College. Well, technically not anymore because I'm in quarantine. This is so embarrassing. Yeah, I just got home to Lufkin, Texas through the George Bush Intercontinental Airport. I wore a mask the whole time and my town has now required me to go into quarantine. So I have 14 days when all my friends are on spring break that I just have to sit at home and be away from them. So I figured I should vlog my experience. So far, since coming home, I have showered and now I'm sitting in my bed just vlogging. And I found out that my parents bought new paintings for the house because I walked in and I was like, I've literally never seen this stuff before. So yeah. Literally, I've only been gone for like 6 weeks and they've already started to change things up, so that's fun. Well, I will try to vlog after dinner. So today I was asked what I think are the differences between living in Lufkin, Texas, and living in Boston/Wellesley. Honestly, I think there are some similarities. Like, I really like the fact that Wellesley has a lot of nature because that's just the kind of situation that I've grown up around. I find that really necessary for my mental health to have like trees, and I really love Lake Waban. I don't know how to pronounce it honestly. And I would say like the big differences. There's a lot of different cultural attitudes. Basically, there's so many different types of people at Wellesley and in Lufkin. I mean, I guess racially there are different types of people, but everyone's kind of grown up in the same environment and culture, and we all have a better understanding of one another. But I think at Wellesley, a lot of people have different opinions and like different ways of looking at things, which I don't think is necessarily bad, but I do think it can sometimes be problematic, just out of like because of ignorance and whatnot. Basically, my high school was primarily low income, and so we like it was just the general culture is like we didn't go out to fancy dinners. We just went to Taco Bell after school every day and ate $1 tacos. But at Wellesley, there are some people who have grown up, low income. There are some people who have grown up, going to fancy restaurants and paying hundreds of dollars for meals. And that what I would say would be like it's kind of problematic sometimes because people don't really understand each other and their differences. However, I do think that having differences is generally a great way to become more knowledgeable about the world around you, because this is like the first time for a lot of people that they get to experience different cultures, because you're being like forced into a situation where you have to be around a lot of different people. And I really do like that about Wellesley. I think if I had gone to a state school or if it stayed in Texas, I would not be as accustomed or like been able to learn about any of these other cultures that I would have and I've been able to at Wellesley. Yeah, which is why I really love it. Like, I know that if I go anywhere in the world that I'd be able to find someone from Wellesley, and you probably couldn't say the same thing about other colleges. Yeah. Oh, sorry. And then today, after I filmed my first video, I went to go eat, but my parents won't let me touch anything in the house, so my brother had to serve me food and pour me water and stuff because I can't touch like the jars and whatnot, and my mom had to like count how many strawberries I could eat. She's like, I don't want you touching all the other stuff. So yeah, I'm like actually in quarantine, so I'm just chilling in my room. I would love book recommendations because I never read, and I would like to. I haven't really read for fun since the summer. Um, that's something that I would like to do during my quarantine. So I actually don't have to quarantine for 14 days. According to my mom, she's like, you can do like 5, and if you have symptoms, who is walking around the house? Then you can like stop and like go back to your normal life. Probably because it's really inconvenient for them to take care of me during quarantine, like literally feed me. And I just find it very interesting because um, basically quarantining is very similar to um, this thing in our culture called muddy, which is where you kind of keep away from other people during certain periods of time. Like if someone in your family passes away, you're not supposed to, oh my god, you're not supposed to, go to certain, like, hello.
Yeah, I'm saying
No, I'm vlogging.
Oh. Night
Night. You're not supposed to touch certain things, because it's considered inauspicious. You're not supposed to go to weddings and events, and you're basically stay away from other people. And I think it's very similar to quarantining, so it's not generally something different for me. I've noticed that, all these things that people talk about as far as, you need to wash your hands more, you need to, like, not bring your shoes in the house, you need to not share food with one another, things that we were extremely stressed upon as kids, like, that was just something that was really big in our culture. So it's very interesting. Oh yeah, also, like, doing, like, namaste, like, I don't have 2 hands right now, but instead of shaking hands, like, we don't touch each other. That's a really big thing in our culture because spreading germs. And as you can tell, the population of India is 1.3 billion, so obviously we weren't all dying off from diseases because we managed to make it this far. um, yeah, so that was something I observed. I'm genuinely concerned, not really about the virus as it pertains to myself. Like, if I got it, I'm pretty sure I'd be able to recover. My immunity is kind of shitty sometimes, but not all the time. But I'd be concerned just generally as, like, the populations get it, that everyone is going to be affected by it in some way or another. And all the social, like, issues that come along with it, like people, dealing with racism if they're Asian American or Asian in general, people not being able to afford health care. So just, like, things that have been, like, I guess, like, rooted in our society that really come out at this time. So this is incredibly depressing. uh, I'm trying to think of something fun to say. I really miss college. I'm not gonna lie. I had, I knew that I would have to leave soon, so the last 3 days of college, I really lived it out. I think I got all the craziness out of my system, and now I'm chill, I'm calm. That's not myself, but, like, I'm calm. I should also go to sleep because this is such a rambling, weird thing to say, and I'm gonna go to sleep now. So, good night.